All right, everybody. I hope everyone survived the wicked storm last night. Today is Tuesday, the 26th of January, 2021. We are in session IJ8 in your notebook. You should have your notebook out and your screen split so that you can take notes as we go through the lesson. Your I can statement today is I can use narrative and information writing techniques to build tension. You want a little drama in your story. You want something to make people hang on to it and be curious. So, we're going to talk about engaging readers today. And you're going to watch how I develop my leads to help you understand how you're going to develop your leads, because that's what you're going to be doing today in the lead practice. And the lead practice is in session 8, evidence of learning. So that doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but there's a lot of thinking to do today. As always, please remember to sign in. Please check your email and please do your iReady. And don't forget to read 30 to 40 minutes a night. So let's talk about engaging readers. One of the things that's really important when you write any story is to build interest. But in a journalistic piece, that interest has to come right at the beginning. You don't have time to build up to the most exciting part. You need to start out with that. So when you're doing that, you want to make sure that you're using facts from your story, but that you're making them sound, I don't want to say worse than they are, but maybe a little more dramatic than they are. When you engage your readers, might want to start by offering some background information. Um, but if you do that, you need to still keep it interesting. You need to pique their interest. You can layer details that are suggestive, that hint at an issue, and you'll see how I've done that in my leads. Or use some foreshadowing to insinuate tension. Bobby didn't know that his best friend was stealing his test answers. That's kind of dramatic. Maybe he's not stealing them, but using the word stealing rather than copying makes it sound more intense, I guess. Or you can explicitly address the issue and the audience. You have an opportunity to save someone's life today. That could be the lead to a story about blood donation, because donating blood does help save lives. But it gives that power to the reader, and you're talking directly to your reader. I expect to see this in your notebook. I expect to see something about each of these 4 details in your notebook. So make sure you're writing something down. I also want you to look at this. To write a news story, journalists, you've seen this every session that we've had. In this case, we're saying they engage readers' interest and move them toward a bigger truth with narrative and information techniques. We've talked about some techniques that you can use, I believe in session 7. I want you to employ some of those techniques as you practice writing leads today. So remember, you want to get the interest up front. Make it dramatic, make it exciting, make it controversial. And let me show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let's go back here. All right. So in your notebook, you're going to practice this. And the reason you're going to practice in your notebook is because you want to pick your best options to turn in. So under session 8, you're going to be writing some leads. Yesterday, I asked you to find a social issue and get some facts about that social issue and write them down. So when I look at my session 7, if you remember yesterday, I told you I was writing a story about pet adoption, about animal shelters. It kind of encompasses the whole thing. So here's my session 7, where I talked about animal shelters are overflowing. And what do I want people to know? What issue do I want to reveal? Why do I want to write this story? At the bottom, I have a few points that I want to make in my story. So from those points, I want to write a lead. Now, your lead can be more than one sentence. I wouldn't make it more than 3. You want something that packs a punch. It's not a long, slow slap in the face. It's a punch in the nose. So let's look at session 8. And here's where I've started with mine, okay? I've taken some information from my details. And here's my first lead. The best pet you never had was killed yesterday at a local animal shelter. Definitely packs a punch. The best pet you never had was killed. That's pretty dramatic, but it's going to get some people's attention. Now, you might feel that's a little harsh. If that's too strong for you, maybe you'll like lead number 2. In the United States, more than 3,800 dogs and cats are put to death in kill shelters each day. Every single day, 3,800 dogs and cats are killed. So saying they are put to death in kill shelters, a little less aggressive than saying was killed. So maybe you don't want to be as harsh as number 1. Maybe number 2 is more your speed. It still gets the point across. Here's a third one. You can find a new best friend while saving the life of an innocent cat or dog. So if you're a person who can't handle talking about the death of animals, talk about the life of animals. You can find a new best friend while saving the life of an innocent cat or dog. That's more positive. The other 2 are definitely not positive, but they are certainly aggressive. Let's see if we can write a 4th today. Let's see if I can come up with something while I'm talking to you right now. Let's see, what can I say? Let's talk about lead 3, lead 4. So let's go back and look at our facts. Saving lives, getting a great animal, cost you less, bragging rights. One way to stop puppy mills. How about if we say, let's see, think. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but I really am trying to do this off the top of my head for you. Okay, so let's talk about the bragging rights. Let's talk about bragging rights and adopting shelter animals. Let's say you can be a superhero by adopting a shelter pet at the Gastonia Pets. Let's do this. I got it. You can be a superhero. Okay, it's saying that's one word, so let's make that one word. Edit. You can be a superhero by adopting a shelter pet at the Gastonia PetSmart this Saturday. Okay, so again, not a lot of information, but something. Who doesn't want to be a superhero? I think we all have a virtual cape in our closets. So you can be a superhero by adopting a shelter pet in the Gastonia PetSmart this Saturday. Again, that's more of a positive lead. So you can go negative or you can go positive. Sometimes the negative, um, sometimes the negative causes people to react more quickly and more strongly. We focus on negative things. Unfortunately, that's human nature. So sometimes you do want to do that. But if you want to do the warm and fuzzy story, you still can be dramatic. Be a superhero. Find a new best friend. So these are things that you can do. I want you to write your 5 leads in your notebook. So you'd be writing one more than this. You'll add a 5th lead, one to this. And then when you get to let me get to it. Let's see. Your evidence of learning, there's going to be a Google form. So you're going to click on the Google form and you're going to put your last name, your first name, what is your social issue, and then write your leads in here. Okay? 5 leads. Always go send me a copy and then submit it. So your 5 leads will be in your notebook, but you're also going to turn them in here, which will go to a spreadsheet where I can look at all of them all together at once, and I can see everyone's leads at the same time. Okay, so that's really all I have to talk to you about today. I want you to spend your time working. I want you to spend your time writing good, strong leads. Think about what you're saying. Make them active. Do not use passive voice. Active voice. Think about what you're saying. And this, of course, is due Friday at midnight. You will have an assignment posted for Wednesday. I will put that up sometime Tuesday night, probably. And that will also be due. It might be an iReady assignment, since I haven't given you one of those yet this grading period. So be on the lookout for that. Other than that, I hope you have a lovely day. It's supposed to be warm today. I personally will be teaching outside. So I hope that maybe you will be learning outside today. Get some fresh air, enjoy the sunshine, and I will talk to you next time. T2 out.